Hello, I'm Matthew Macario and I'm the host of the Chemistry Made Simple podcast. And I wanted to talk to you today about why I started this podcast. What was the reason that I started doing this and keep doing this podcast? It boils down to I have a passion for chemistry and I have a passion for helping. And particularly, I love helping students understand chemistry because it's one of the most misunderstood subjects going. So I wanted to help change that dialogue that it's super difficult or that it's boring or nerdy or any or all of those things. I also think there's a better way to learn than the way that we generally learn. So in school, there tends to be a pretty fixed way of learning that's been around for quite a long time. And although the technology might have changed and the facilities might have changed, the whole concept of how we learn hasn't really moved on much since the concept of large-scale schooling came into being. So it's pretty much one fixed way, and if that way doesn't really work for you or work for other students, then it's very much focus put on you to change the way you learn, as if that's really possible. So that means that general schooling tends to work really well for some students, fairly well for other students, and really not at all well for others. But it's kind of generally accepted that that's the best way or the only way. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that it serves all students well. Now, don't misunderstand me. There are some fantastic teachers out there, chemistry teachers and other subjects as well. I was inspired by a brilliant chemistry teacher who brought the subject to life and really brought up my interest in the subject. And I know there are many other chemistry teachers doing that today as well. And if you're lucky enough to have one of those teachers, fantastic. Do listen to them, make use of them. Let them inspire you if that's what they do, but also listen to how they explain things. That's really going to help you. But there is also other types of teachers as well. Teachers are humans, aren't they? So, of course, just like other humans, there's a variety of personalities. And there's teachers who rely on accolades about themselves to try and gain authority in the classroom. They might be saying they went to the best school, the best college, the best university. Some might be telling you about the awards they achieved when they were at school or so on. They won the chemistry Olympiad or something like that. Woohoo! So that's all about them. And that, what does that tell you? That firstly tells you they were privileged enough to go to a school that sends the students to that kind of thing. Also, they did well on that day. Great, fantastic. Does it tell you about how well they can teach it, how well they can pass that on to you? No, I don't think so. Maybe you disagree, but I really don't think so. So I try and make this about what would I have wanted? What would I have needed? What would really have helped me? What did help me? And a lot of that is the selflessness of the teacher in my case, who made it clear and understandable, didn't try to use all the long words without using a simple explanation, was approachable. So if I didn't get it, I could go to him and ask him about it, and he could use other ways of describing it. I love analogies. My teacher used analogies that really worked well for me. You'll have noticed if you've listened to a lot of these that I like to use an analogy as well. I think they're really useful. So if you've been a long-time listener, hopefully you already get that I'm trying to make this complex topic as simple as possible. And if you're a first-time listener or haven't listened to many yet, make sure you're liking, following, subscribing to this podcast. Send me in questions and let me know what topics, what words, what concepts that you want to understand better. And that will be part of what I focus on. It'll be about you, the listener, and what topic you want to hear, what level of understanding and what explanation you need. So I've had a little break over the British summer here, but now the podcast is back. So please do keep listening in every week. I'll be putting out an episode pretty much every week now. Do make sure you're following and do give me your questions as well. So you can ask me your questions on Instagram. I'm at Chemistry Made Simple. Just DM me there if you want. That's probably the easiest way. You can also contact me through Patreon at patreon.com/Chemistry Made Simple. You can email me as well, and that email address is going to be in the show notes too. So I'm looking forward to the forthcoming episodes. I'm looking forward to hearing from you as well, hearing more about what you want as well. So do get in touch and do listen in, and please do take care of yourself. Speak to you soon.